Before we begin our podcast, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're recording on. For Cass, it's the Borragagal people, and for Hayley, it's the Dharawal people.
Welcome back, everyone, to season 2 of Drag Me Out. Hi, I'm Cass.
Hi, I'm Hayley.
And as usual, we're just going to talk shit for however long this episode goes for. So, how was your time away from me?
Great. It's fantastic. No, as you know, I've had a pretty stressful week. So I've been a little bit creatively blocked. So I haven't been able to do what I wanted to do in the time off. And I'm a master procrastinator. I think that's got to do with like my undiagnosed ADHD. I'm really not sure, but it's too late for that. I'm too late to be diagnosed. So didn't really do much, just kind of worked, had Chrissy off, which was nice, and just cooked for everybody. I was sick from Christmas Day till about last week. Like I didn't have COVID. I had like those seasonal flu.
Yep.
And that's when I recorded the pancreas segment, and I sound so whiny because my voice is hilarious.
My pancreas.
I wanted to because I wanted it to sound whiny, and I was like, this is the best time. Like, this is when my voice is at its peak whine. I did make some decisions to sit on the back burner a little bit. I'm surprised that I hadn't started smoking again due to my stressful week, even though I know it does nothing for your stress. However, it's just, one of those things. But didn't start smoking. I thought about it. I was like, how easy would it be to go buy a packet right now? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to. And so I didn't. So I'm happy that I went through something so completely stressful, that probably the most stressful thing in my life that could ever happen, and then not pick up smoking again. So that was good on me. Pat on my own back. And I decided that this year I'm going to learn French. It's kind of
Voulez-vous coucher avec you?
This one. So that's been on the back burner a little bit, but I've got my French books, like my little workbooks, and I bought I think it's about 12 hours audio book of French. So apparently an hour a day is optimal. So I'm going to start that soon. I've already started a little bit, but I haven't been consistent with it. So that's what I'm going to do. How was your time off?
What did we do? We actually had a really quiet Christmas. I had nearly 2 weeks off, which was nice. The missus had to work those 3 random taint days between Christmas and New Year's. Really quiet, like just kind of kept to ourselves type days. We had to kind of we set up, because as you know, we've got the lounge that converts into the bed, the IKEA lounge. And so New Year's Eve, we chilled out on there, and we have a tradition of watching the Village People movie, Can't Stop the Music. So every New Year's Eve, and that goes back to the days of my best friend's sister, Luli. We started that tradition on New Year's Eve, and we continue it, even though she lives overseas now. So the wife and I, we got ourselves sorted out with the boys, the puppies, and grabbed some treats and stuff, and we just watched like movie after movie after movie, but actually had to try and keep ourselves awake for New Year's. Like for midnight, we were like going to each other, wake up, stay awake.
I was asleep by 10:30. I didn't care. I was like, whatever.
Well, last year we were asleep by 9:30, and we were like, we just want to see the New Year once. And then we did, and I think we both fell asleep about 12:30 after that.
Yeah, I'm not phased. It's just another day for me. New Year's is overrated.
Yeah. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, because I've never stuck to one. I think the aim for me, and I wanted it to be sooner, but it's not going to be, and I'm realistic about it, is that I want to complete a mini triathlon at some point. And so I've got the swimming, and the mini triathlons are like a 200 or 300 meter swim, a 5K bike ride, and a 1K run. Right. So they're not out of the realms of possibility.
See, like, I would do that, but I'm terrified of open water, so I wouldn't be doing the swim.
Where I don't have a problem with that, and so the swimming part, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm more than good. I swim like a kilometer or more a day, and open water swimming for 200 or 300 meters is what it is. Then the 5K bike ride is not out of the realms of possibility. It's the run.
But you don't
'Cause
technically
I don't
have to
even
run. Like,
No, you don't. But I don't even run late. You know, I don't run, so I'm gonna have to try and start taking that up.
but running is so hard on your body. Like, especially your knees, and you've already got knee and back problems. So my suggestion is, because I want to do this and I will actually do it, is I want you, me, and Lucretia to do Tough Mudder. That's what I want to do.
We've talked about it.
And that's 5Ks. You don't have to run. You can, but you don't have to. But I think that's probably looking more towards next year for me.
Yeah, same. Had a nice Christmas day. Did some cooking, which was better than last year, where we ended up getting someone to basically cater it because I was only 6 weeks out of surgery and I wasn't feeling like eating anything. And this year this Christmas just gone, I actually cooked dinner for everybody and I participated in the eating of some of it. So that was nice. It was actually nice. And we did the Christmas presents, which we haven't done for a while. So that was lovely. It was actually quite a lovely. The missus came back from walking in the puppies in the morning, and when she came back, we gave each other presents and opened them, and gave the dogs presents so they could open them. And then my mum and auntie came over, and we changed presents. It was actually quite a nice day. Not gonna lie, it was really good. And I made up a dessert and executed it quite well.
Now, a quick word from our unsponsored sponsors.
Do you want to go to sleep with a different celebrity every night? Do you ever think of smothering someone, but your pillow is too basic? Then we have the perfect pillowcases for you. Hero Huggers by Rennie. Hero Huggers by Rennie encourages testing on animals. According to the scientists at DragMeOut University, they have proven results that people who purchase Hero Huggers by Rennie improve their sleep by 83.768%. Phones are ringing off the hook with orders, so get yours now. Or alternatively, go to Hero Huggers by Rennie on Etsy. Sleep soundly knowing your heroes are right next to you. Hero Huggers by Rennie, where heroes lie. No animals were harmed during the making of this commercial. No one at DragMeOutOfficial has a science degree, but they have watched things about Scientology. No research has been done to support these statistics except our own biased opinion. Pillow not included.
She, hers, he, his's, they, thems, ze, zems, all of the other pronouns. This week we have a special guest all the way from Melbourne. We know how Hayley feels about me living in Melbourne.
Wait, you lived in Melbourne?
For a time.
Never knew.
For a time.
You should definitely tell me stories about that. I'll listen.
We have the very lovely Ego.
Ego.
Yeah, all right, we get it.
Ego.
Yeah,
We
we,
get
it. We get it.
Wiki. Ego.
How was that?
You're great. Please never do that again.
Hello.
Hi. Look at you.
Backdrop. It feels right at home.
You better work.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, can't complain. Probably could.
Always good.
No one gives two shits when I do, especially this one here. She doesn't care when I complain.
No, be quiet. So can we just appreciate how good you look?
I know.
How much effort does this take?
Well, the wig was no effort because I didn't do it.
Okay,
This was no effort because I brought it. This was the most effort, and this was like rough for me. So whatever. Like an
You
hour and a
don't
half.
look rough.
Wow.
I
That's
look
what I
rough.
have.
You don't look rough.
You look rough. You look like you
I was
you
like,
had about 4 or 5 West Coast coolers and laid in the sun for an hour.
I fell asleep. How do you say your second name? We were discussing this. Ego Ulrich? Ulrich.
Oh, you go with Ulrich.
Like
Ulrich,
Skeet
okay.
Ulrich from Scream.
Yeah, I remember Skeet. You
Mm.
don't
I
remember?
don't.
Got him on my arm.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a
Prima.
bit about yourself. What do you do? Where
Yeah.
have you been? Who are you when you're at home? Tell us.
Usually I'm just asleep when I'm at home.
Typical.
No, I work retail. And then at nighttime, this happens.
So you got a gig tonight?
No, I just thought I'd
No.
dress up for this.
Oh, bless your
Thanks.
heart.
We appreciate you.
Bless your heart.
Like I had this wig, I'm like, I may as well wear it. So
So do you sew? Do you
I
Do you-
make like 90% of my outfits.
Oh, that's great. So you do
Yeah.
Shaz's? No?
Somehow she wrote me into making her costumes now, so ridiculous.
But I saw the drawings you did because for reasons unbeknownst to me, she sent some pictures over going like, I need your input into what I'm going to wear in Sydney, and I'm like, okay. Like,
Unless you're
sure.
asking for which aisle something is in Bunnings, there's no point in asking Cass anything.
Right?
Wear a t-shirt, be comfy.
That's it. But see, here's the thing: what people don't know about me, actually, no, they probably do. And I said this before: don't let the exterior fool you. I'm a girl. Like, if I could be asked, I would drag up for sure in the nice, pretty dresses and stuff. I don't know about the heels though.
I'm going to
I
make
could.
Shaz drag me out on the Sunday because she's all about the Queen's Walk on the Saturday, which is fine. And then she said she'd help me do my makeup on the Sunday.
Ooh, exciting.
Pretty.
Well, now, what did you say your drag name was again?
I think, am I Turkey Sugar Blonde? Or
You
is
are
it-
Turkey Sugar Blonde.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because I used to
It
dye
ca-
my hair all the time and like it just changed colors. By the way, I'm going Turkey Sugar Blonde at the moment. It's getting there.
Uh-huh.
And Cass used to make fun of me. Like I'd come in and I'd be like Sunset Boulevard
Scandinavian,
number 9 or
Scandinavian Sunset number 9 or Turkey Sugar Blonde. That's what I used to call them whenever she came in. And my drag name, of course, is Gastric Bypass.
That's correct, yes.
Yes.
Because we both had the surgery. I'm not sure if you're aware.
No, I watched it in the episode where I think it was Shazza, wasn't it? You were talking about because she had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you haven't had it either, because we seem to find these random drag queens that have had it. I don't think you need it.
I feel like I need to get it now. I feel out of place. Everyone else has one. It's mine.
You can just imagine the surgeon going, now, why do you need this? Because everybody else is having it and I'm starting to feel left out.
Just peer pressure.
The gastric bypass is the new drugs.
So, describe your drag aesthetic, please.
Kind of like an alien Barbie doll kind of Bratz thing.
Yeah, I
It
see
kind
that.
of changes depending on my mood.
That's fair. So are you versed in like makeup and stuff? Like, do you do that?
I studied makeup in 2016, which is like kind of where I started the drag thing.
Mhm.
And I started all like pretty girly. And then I got bored and I was like, I need to put more on my face. And now it's this chaos.
No, I love it. I wish I could do it. I just don't have the patience.
You kind of have to stare at a mirror and just put more on. And you're like, that's not enough. And just put blue and you're done. Pretty straightforward.
You could stare at yourself in the mirror for a really long time, Hayley. I get that about you.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't. I hate mirrors. I hate the mirror wardrobes that I have. I have to look at myself every time I walk past. I hate it. I try to do my makeup without looking at a mirror. That's why I look like this. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any
That's the
makeup
tan.
on. I don't have any makeup on. But yeah, no, I don't. I really hate mirrors. I think it's like a body dysmorphia thing where even though I've lost like 35 kilos, I still feel like I haven't.
I'm there now because I've lost
Yeah.
nearly 60.
Mm.
And It took me probably until about 3 or 4 months ago for me to actually stand and look in the mirror and go, oh, okay, I can actually see it now. My clothes were definitely showing it,
Yeah.
but I was just like looking in the mirror going, I can't see shit. You still look like a fat bitch. Like, what the hell? And then it wasn't until about 3 or 4 months ago, I looked in the mirror and I went, hey, you don't look that bad. You still look overweight, but you don't look that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just
It's probably because you just see yourself every day, like you don't notice changes
I
at
think
all.
it's just a mental thing. Like you spend so long sort of being bigger, and then you just always sort of see yourself like that, I guess. Like when I sit down in front of the mirror, I'm like, oh, like where did that come from?
Yeah. But I still got like another 30 kilos to go. Like I had
probably another 15 or 20. I think 15 is probably more likely because I think I'll have like 5 kilos of excess skin, I think.
Yeah, I got about 10.
Yeah.
But we digress.
Yeah, sorry. More about you. So do you work every night, Monday nights, Tuesday? What do you do?
I work Monday to Friday in my retail job.
Yeah.
And then I used to perform more often, but lately I've not really performed because I'm like working on other things and costumes and stuff. And now Shaz's costumes. I've really gone out and performed much lately, but I'll get back into it this year.
Who do you normally perform with? A certain queen?
I perform the most with Ivana. We've done like the most shows together out of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a fun time being with Mummy.
Oh, Mummy.
She's my drag mother. Can't you
my
tell?
God, I love that. Yes. I could see the meatiness on you.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Are you comedy? Are you lip syncing? What is it?
Like lip syncy, dancey, kind of flippy kind of mess. I would like to do more comedy because I want to get laughs. It's kind of annoying when you can hear Ivana having all these laughs backstage and then you walk out and it's just like, yeah, no laughs, cool. I want to try comedy this year if possible.
Just embrace that dryness.
It's more a look of she's really tall, and then I don't know this song, and the hair's massive. That's basically what happens.
She is really tall.
She is, very tall.
Yeah. But we're not exactly above average height. So
like everybody. I think, and I've said this before, I found it really hard to not stare at you guys. And it wasn't because I was like, oh, what's happening? I was like, I just really want to stare at every facet that you have on.
People dressed like me, I'd probably stare too. What the hell is wrong with you? Like...
No, I just wanted to be like, okay, like look at her eyes, and then let's look at everything else. Let's look at what accessory she's wearing, and I just wanted to stare, but I felt really uncomfortable because
I'll let you stare in Sydney. I'll come sit right in your face, and you can just stare.
Yeah, we just spend hours together. I'll just stare at you.
Absolutely. Even though I do drag, I still stare at drag queens because I'm just like, how does this happen? Like, going from out of drag to in drag, it just doesn't make sense. But...
Should we talk about what bursts our pancreas this week?
We should talk about what bursts our pancreas this week.
Oh, my pancreas.
We'll start with ego. We always like to start with our guests first.
We do.
I don't even have to think about this.
Yep, go.
So, when you walk into an escalator, instead of just getting on and going up, people that stop at the bottom and think about the stairs, just step on it. And it's like, you're holding people like, it changes me to such a level. And then when they get to the top, they like get off and stand still and look around. Just walk. There's people coming. Just keep going. Keep going. Like, there should not be a queue at the bottom of an escalator. Like,
no, I did that today.
Oh, did you?
We normally do things that annoy us. My husband is one of those people, not that he's stopping and thinking about something, but he's like terrified that he's going to get caught in the escalator. Like some crazy thing's going to happen and he's going to get sucked in and lose his toes.
But you get told those stories when you're a kid, right? So we know I'm a little bit older, right? So I actually go back to the rickety old wooden escalators. And, you would hear stories and you'd see things in the newspaper of like some kid getting their shoelace caught and then like, they
losing a leg.
Almost ripping their
But then it's like,
foot
tie
off.
your laces up. Like, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Well, true. But You know, the shuffle so you can meet the speed of the escalator.
Every time I see that, I'm just like, just get up, go, get on it.
But I did it. And what happened was I went on there and I kind of chuckled to myself because I thought, oh, the irony. You're getting older now and you've got to do the shuffle to meet the speed of the escalator and you're about to go to the gym.
Because like where I work, it's in the basement of the building. And sometimes there can be a queue of 20 people trying to get on an escalator. It's not difficult. It's just it really pisses me off. Like getting angry thinking about it.
I worked at Woolworths at Town Hall. And so for the first hour of my shift, because I used to do the night thing 3 nights a week. And so for the first hour, I had to do register until we closed. And then I had to do, I think it's called last hour, where you fix up the shelves and everything.
Yeah.
And you can keep this in because I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations has passed by now.
Oh, God.
I stole like fucking crazy from that place. Sticking shit down my socks and God knows what else. And then they moved me from doing last hour because last hour was something you just did on your own. You went to the variety section and you just tidied up the shelves and presented. You did the presentation for the next day. And they moved me from it back to shelf stocking and I didn't like it. And so I started to get the shits and they sacked me on the spot. He just looked at me and goes, you don't work here anymore. And I was actually, believe it or not, a precocious teenager. And I just went like this. I mean, I never fucking worked here. I pretty much took everything I could.
Oh, you're going to get a phone call.
I'd call in sick for a shift and then walk into the place so I could pick up my pay packet because it was back when you got a pay packet with cash. I'd call in sick and then go in there, get my pay packet and go out for the night.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Sorry, Woolworths Town Hall, but I stole about $1,000 worth of stuff and I just come home to my mum and go, oh, look, I got this. She's like, where from? I'm like, staff discount.
You little fucking klepto. We do not condone stealing.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do it now.
I feel like you'd be like, just for old time's sake.
I do it like
shuffle onto the escalator.
I do it unintentionally. Like I've accidentally, and I've only done this once, I've accidentally put the cart of drinks underneath my trolley and in the self-checkout and I've forgotten to scan it and then just walked out. So I've unintentionally done it and then got to the car, realized it was like, no, I'm not walking all the way back. Fuck it. Free Coke.
You're the reason why prices are going up and up and up.
Look, if I was the reason that prices were doing that, then I would take full responsibility, but I am not.
So basically what we got from this is that Cass
does
the one thing that ego can't stand.
A little bit of a klepto and she shuffles onto escalators.
It's not klepto. I was an out and out thief. Like there's nothing klepto. Well, no, because I don't think I had a problem. I could have stopped at any time. I just chose not to.
That's what everyone says when they have a problem. I can stop.
Yeah, I can stop at any time. You're a drug addict.
I was 17, and they were not paying very good money. They were paying really shit money, and they had really great stuff. and so what I did was supplement my income. By getting great stuff.
This is what I think I'm worth, Woolworths. A packet of batteries. Shove that down.
No, it was things like, and don't judge me for this, but at the time I was obsessed with fridge magnets.
Oh my God. It's not even anything good that you could use or eat.
Oh, no. Good stuff too.
Okay.
Sorry.
But fridge magnets.
Yeah, but they also, so what happened was I also had to fill the cigarette things. And I was a smoker. So I didn't have to pay for cigarettes for like nearly 3 months. Get myself a pack of Winnie Blues, thank you. Shove them down the shirt.
They're like, where's our stock? We're missing some.
I feel like all security that's been placed on cigarettes is because of Cass at Town Hall.
Yeah, but at the time, so what are we talking now? 31, nearly 32 years ago.
I was 1 year old.
Fuck off.
I was one.
Yeah.
I
Ego
think
was not even a twinkle in a parent's eye.
I think cigarettes were around $3 a packet then.
So you weren't stealing much then.
No, not at all. But I wasn't having to buy them, so you know, it was like I could go down a klepto rabbit hole. It's not an isolated
Let's not do
incident.
that because you might get the urge again.
Well, I've
changed.
But what annoys me, and I used to work in Coles and Myer and all those kind of retail-y hospitality places. And what annoys me is when people don't put things back. So like, especially if you take things from the fridge and then you decide, I don't need that, but then I'm going to put it in the bread section. Those are the people that are pushing our marked up foods.
Half my day is cleaning up other people's mess.
Correct.
It's not hard. Just pick it up. I don't like that. Put it back where you got it.
Even if I knock something off, I'll generally pick it up. But then my OCD kicks in, and then I've got to organize like the whole section.
You clock in, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to redo this aisle.
Just going to work it because I used to do the face up for Coles like between, I think it was like 10 p.m. and like 6 a.m. or something. So I used to go through and fix everything up and make everything pretty, and then it would
that's last hour.
Me.
That's what was called last hour.
Yeah. Last 8 hours for me. But yeah, that's what annoyed me. I just hate people in general. Our jobs would be great if there was no people.
If I could do retail with no customers, a dream.
That was mine. Short and sweet. Put your shit back. Stop wasting food and clothing and shit. Put it back.
I've done it. I'm not going to lie. I've done it.
Oh, look, I probably have done it as well. But
I do it at work. I see something. I'm like, I can't be bothered walking that far. Just go there. Someone else can pick it up.
But I won't do it with food.
No, I won't do it with food either.
I'll do it with other stuff, but not with food.
I'll put I'll drop it in the fridge at the front, like, you know, with a little, I'm like, look, I didn't want that. Can you go put it back? I'll tell them. I'll be like, look, I didn't want that. Can you go put it back? But yeah, I hate people just in general.
People suck.
People do suck. And they're stupid. How stupid are people?
They are stupid.
Who invented them? Why are we here? What's going on?
We're just all having an existential crisis now. What's yours, Cass? What's bursting your pancreas?
Delivery drivers. I'm still going. Right? So, remember the last episode we were talking about and the knives? I got the knives.
Yeah.
Finally. So, we purchased some more stuff. I've been having fucking issues with delivery, right? So, I'm calling out the company. I haven't done it before, but I'm calling out the company. Fucking couriers, please.
Is that yellow and red people?
They're horrible.
Yeah. They're awful.
They suck.
Right. So we decided that we were going to pretty up our courtyard a little bit more. We already have some plans, but we got some maiden hair ferns that were going to be delivered from Melbourne, right? And so it gets to the 23rd of December, and that's the last day for deliveries because the Christmas Eve was a Saturday, I think. And so the bell goes off, the buzzer goes off. We don't even get there. Like, it's a 10-second, not even 10-second walk from where I'm currently sitting to the buzzer, right? We get there to open it. There's no one there. So I run downstairs. And when I get downstairs, there's no one there. I run into both side streets. There's no couriers, please, van or anything, right? So recording day today is the 13th of January, okay? This was ordered around the 17th or 18th of December. 4 maiden hair fern plants, so live living plants. 13th of January, we still don't have them, right? I ring up couriers, please. I try to get them on their online chat, and that wasn't happening. I waited on hold for 45 minutes. And I get on the phone to this woman, and the woman goes, oh, so it'll be the next business day. I said, the next business day is the 28th of December. Like, these things were said, you're going to be dead. Like, what the fuck? And so she goes, okay, so this happened at about 11 o'clock in the morning. And she says to me, she goes, so what I'll do is I'll get in contact with the driver. He can swing back around and deliver them to you because they're perishable and they're plants and all of this other stuff. And I went, okay, sure. No worries. what time do you close today? She goes, 6 o'clock. So 5:10, hasn't turned up, nothing. So I ring again and I get her again. And I said, they're not here. Like they still haven't turned up. She goes, yeah, we couldn't get in contact with the driver. And I went, you had 6 hours to tell me and you didn't tell me shit. Like, what the fuck? And she says, they should still be okay. And I went, oh, okay, sure. No worries. We'll see what they look like when they turn up on the 28th. So they don't turn up on the 28th. I ring them at 5:30 in the afternoon and I go, where the fuck are my plans? She said they were turning up. She goes, oh, there's a problem with dispatch and all of this other stuff. You'll get them tomorrow. And I went, oh, okay. Yep, sure. No worries. So 3 or 4 emails later, I finally send back, and I'm sure they can hear the exasperation in my voice through the email with me going, I'm done. Like, this is bullshit. This is fucking crap. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So cut to today, I get email number 11 from their customer service saying, we would like to apologize for the inconvenience. So they've tried to get in contact with the driver who had the plans. I am telling you right now, his mother had a great Christmas. She got 4 maiden hair ferns. There's no way that those things are still sitting in a van, right? It says, we can see that there's an ongoing communication between the sender supplier and our corporate team regarding this matter. No. The problem is that your driver's a thief. That's your problem. And did not wait long enough for us to answer the door. Fuck you, couriers, please. Fuck you, van driver, who fucking stole my shit. So I've had to go back to the company and they go, oh, so if it turns up, let us know. And I went, if it turns up dead, I want a refund.
They're already been replanted. They're at a new house.
Yeah, they found a new home.
That driver would have been like, you know what? I don't have a present for my mum yet.
Yeah.
Courier's mum was really, really happy with the plants. I can guarantee it. So then what happens is, so I get in contact with the plant place and I said, look, they haven't turned up. And they said, no worries. And shout out to the Plant Society because they've actually issued a refund. And they said, in future, we're actually going to use Australia Post instead of Couriers Please. But the thing is, like, Couriers Please are now telling me that I'm going to have to sort out the issue between their dispatch team and the place I bought it from. And I'm like, that's not my job.
No.
So once the money hits my account, Couriers Please can fuck right off. But that it goes back, and I know this is the second time I've done it, but like, why do they have to lie? Why lie? And I actually said to the woman, I said, they rang the buzzer. I went to buzz them in. They weren't there. I ran downstairs. Now, between me buzzing them and me going downstairs was a grand total of 15 seconds because the stairs, it's not that much, right? I go to one side and there was no one there and it's the shorter side. So I ran to the other side to see if I could grab him. He was long gone, mate. Like, there's no way. He just buzzed, went, I fucking did my due diligence and fucked off. And then I actually said to her, I said, she goes, oh, what's the tracking number on the card he left? I went, what fucking card? He didn't leave me a card. No one left me a card saying,
sorry, stole your plans.
Yeah. And I kept saying to them, I said, like, this is theft. And they're going, no one's stolen. Well, we now know that pretty much someone has. And I said to her, I paid for a service, and the service was for me to receive my parcel and for the transaction to be completed. And she went, yeah. And I said, I paid a separate delivery charge, which goes to you. And she goes, yeah. And I said, so you've taken the delivery charge and you have not fulfilled your end of the bargain. And she goes, yeah. And I went, that's theft.
The fact that you're just like, yeah, your point.
Yeah. I'm like, Elaine, because her name was Elaine. And I'm like, Elaine, I don't think you're listening to me here, sweetheart. And so, yeah. So what burst my fucking pancreas is Couriers fucking please. It's more like, Couriers please. Like.
Yeah, maybe that's why they called that.
They're horrible. I hate that company.
I think I've had issues with them too.
Sendall are just as bad. Sendall are the ones for my knives.
I haven't had issues with Sendall. They just take a long time.
Yeah.
And this is why we're all going to Amazon, because they just show up.
Oh, I love Amazon.
I love Amazon so much. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, you prick. Moral of the story is you used to steal at Woolies, now someone stole from you, but don't steal things.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time. My karma's already happened. This is just because people don't like me anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Pancreas bursted.
I was at work I was working the other day, and some of my team, most of my team, are around your age, as in the two of you, right? And it surprises me how much they throw the word icon around now. So we would all agree, whether you like him or not, Elvis Presley is an icon. Correct?
Yes.
He's probably one of the greatest of like.
I
Right.
don't like him, but go on.
Right. Elvis Presley is an icon. The Beatles are icons. Rolling Stones icons. The imitation that Haley is doing of Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is an icon, right? These are iconic people.
Yeah.
You know, because they revolutionized and changed how people thought about everything and about music, about fashion, all of that, right?
And how they're still obsessed like decades later.
Right. So these young girls that are in my team have been trying to convince me, and they're actually serious, that Hilary Duff is an icon.
In the Disney realm, yes.
And they're saying things like, I think, now I only remember this from the chat that we had going. I am not a Hilary Duff fan. Is the album Metamorphosis?
I have no idea.
Okay. So apparently this album, Metamorphosis, is the greatest album of all time. And I did this. Tapestry. Carole King. Tapestry. One of the greatest albums of all time. You know, Dire Straits. Like, the Grease soundtrack. Like, come on. Like, do not tell me that Hilary fucking Duff has the greatest album of all time. If you do try to tell me that again, and they were 100%. And I went, next thing you're going to tell me is like, you know, somebody like Miley Cyrus. Although I will say, Miley Cyrus.
About Miley. She's
no.
Drag. She's the great.
Miley Cyrus's Backyard Sessions is one of the best things I've ever listened to.
Her cover of Happy Together.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the best.
Yeah. But
Like
you can't
the
call her an
difference
icon just yet.
Miley Cyrus and Hilary Duff is that Miley Cyrus is talented.
Talented, yeah. But you know, like people like Boy George, Cyndi Lauper,
Madonna,
the Carpenters, like these people are icons. Don't fucking sit there and tell me that Hilary Duff is an icon. But I digress. I needed to say it to somebody because it was fucking driving me insane, and it was me against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mid to late 20-ish girls. And they're like, yeah, but you're just lovely, old.
But she's not an icon. Like she did like one of the best Disney shows. She had that one song. She did the movie, and now she
is not an icon.
No, I do not believe that she is an icon at all.
No, but I just thought I'd throw that out there because it had been that was another thing that was bursting my pancreas because I couldn't lose it because we were in the office and I had to show leadership because I didn't get the promotion that I went for.
No, I knew that. You told me that.
Yeah, but nobody else knew, and I'd mentioned it on the last podcast. Right. I did not get the promotion, but you know what? I was okay with it.
Why were you okay with it?
To be quite honest, I actually felt relieved when they told me I didn't get it. Because it's a big step. Like, yeah, it's into a leadership role, and technically I'm in a leadership role now. However, I was going to be doing something that I would need some serious training for, and I could get away with it a little bit, but I'd be stepping so much out of my comfort zone, and I have every intention of going for it again. I think maybe it obviously wasn't my time because I didn't get the promotion. But you know, whatever.
Everything happens for a reason, I believe.
It does.
So, have you watched season 15 yet?
Yeah, I watched them slowly because I was like, this is a lot. This is too much.
It was a lot. I agree. I had to take like lots of notes to.
Like, I had to watch a big premiere, but I feel like it could have been like an hour and a half episode, then like another 2 episodes was
It was
not
a lot to
I don't
take
think.
in. It was a lot to take in, and I ended up watching it twice and still can't tell you half the queens' names. In fact, there was one I watched it the second time, and she popped up, and I went, I don't even remember you.
They're pumping up the prices. Like, is it always been 200K?
They've got the MTV money now.
Because it went from 100 to 150 for All Stars, was it?
So it became 200,000 for All Star 7, because that's what.
Oh, that's
Jinx-
200,000.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
You like Sasha Colby.
I do like Sasha Colby.
Queen.
I felt sorry for Sugar and Spice because I felt that they got a bad rap.
I did too, but then once they actually saw them do the talent thing, they were like,
yeah,
there's something there.
I feel like producers played the dumb card with them, expecting them to suck because they're just like internet queens. And then the talent was good, and then they're like, oh, I guess we have to be nice to them in production now.
So I think internet queens is the new large queens. Do you know, like, because at the start drag queens were like, ew, bigger queen, like, what are you doing? And now like all the other queens are like, ew, internet queen, like, get away. So I think
but this season seems to be RuPaul's Drag Race Connecticut and TikTok.
Yeah,
I feel like there's something shady that's going to happen, because how would you have no queens from one season now suddenly have 5 and they all act shocked they're there?
This is the first
very
yeah.
This was the first time they showed us the how they get to the workroom, like at the start.
That was when Untucked started. I was like, oh, we're seeing this. I loved it. I loved all I loved the behind the scenes. Apart from Sugar and Spice, when it was very scripted and walking out like, oh my god, you're here. Like,
but I think they're used to being scripted all the time. Like, I think that's
I think they were
just
just playing to the whole TikTok persona that they do.
Yeah.
I do like Spice more than Sugar though.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Something about her is a bit more, I don't want to say put together, but she just seems more like, I don't know. Sugar seems more like bring your sister to
I think Spice is probably a little bit more in on the joke, you know, whereas the other one's just like la-di-da, where the other one's like.
And she didn't glue a wig down to walk in the workroom.
Yeah.
Like
as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Is that not like Drag 101?
I mean, it's glued down, but if you're walking in and you can see a massive, like, on the side, like, oh no, I've ruined it. Like, you know.
But no, I liked Sasha Colby. At first, I really didn't care much, but I liked Anitra.
I liked Anitra. I wrote favorite as soon as she walked in for some strange reason. Don't know why, but she's.
I didn't like her outfit.
No, I didn't care much for the outfit, but
the outfit was nice. The little swimming cap she had, I didn't like that.
Yeah, but then that talent show.
Oh.
The talent show was too much. It was a lot.
Because there was a lot.
Yeah.
It was literally 16 acts, and they tried to smash it into the second episode because they had to.
And they all got, what, like a 30-second talent show?
And they were all own song lip syncs. Like, except for like a few random ones.
See, to me, that's not a talent show. That's produced. A talent show should be what you normally do at a gig, or what, like, your fun little party trick is, not something you have to prepare for.
Yeah.
So, like, I liked Marsha's. I thought that was great.
It was so cute with Ross.
Yeah, with Ross. Yeah. She had that homage to Ross. And I liked Jax. I thought that was unique, like skipping with your own hair. I was like, where's this going? And I was like,
when she first walked out, I was like, oh, here we go, another dancing queen. And then I'm obsessed.
And
then Ross picked it. He was so right when he's like, and then the eye roll while she was doing it. Because I was watching it going, what the fuck is she doing?
Why is she eye rolling?
Naughty, I do this all the time. Like,
I didn't really like Sasha. I'm not a Sasha fan, and I feel that she's gonna win just because I'm not a fan, but I'm not
I don't think she's gonna win.
I hope not, but
I think they're going to keep her in the top 3 to get the viewers, and then she'll come back and do an All Stars and do a whole winning lap thing.
Yeah,
I don't see her winning this.
Yeah, but So I like Sasha Colby, but I haven't put her as a winner. I've got Anitra and possibly Malaysia, whatever the middle name is, Fox.
I think Mistress has a high chance of winning. There's something about her just, it's like, that's good drag.
Mistress
Love
Isabel
Mistress.
Brooks.
Can someone please remind me what during the talent show Princess Poppy did? Because like a Princess
did the
Poppy has
puppet.
faded.
What did she do?
Oh,
The puppet.
the puppet.
What puppet?
She had a puppet. She had a germ thing, a herpy. What was it?
I can't even remember.
Like,
See,
it was
that's
like
the
a-
thing.
It was like a
I
duet.
don't
Like
remember the puppet.
it was like
See?
a duet of her singing to a puppet, and I think the puppet was supposed to be a hemorrhoid or something. And it's like, I hate you, and like, and then she was just like this evil little puppet on her hand. It looked gross.
Yeah, I remember it.
Then.
But this is how memorable this Princess Poppy was, because it wasn't, as I said, it wasn't until the second time when she walked in, I went, did they re-edit the episode between me watching? Because I don't remember her from the first time.
What did she wear it on the wrong way?
Great question. Oh,
She's the blonde one, isn't she, that did the little fringe? Was that her with the purple? Was that?
Let me just
yeah,
I
can
feel like
you?
she should have gone home because I don't remember this person whatsoever.
But I will tell you that the Snatch game is episode 3, episode 4.
Oh no. I don't like when Snatch games early. I feel like it's too messy.
Or they're going to do it in two, or they're going to do it in 2 batches. I don't know.
I hate that. The 2 character thing. I didn't like it.
The only one who's ever done it successfully besides Bob the Drag Queen is Jinx. Sorry. No, nobody else has done it as successfully.
Yeah.
Jinx is great.
Jinx is, I still revere her Judy Garland, but her and Natasha and Leon was equally as fantastic. But God, if they're going,
I saw Jinx do Liza when she came for the Battle of the Seasons tour in like 2016, and I still think about that so often. Like,
so Snatch Game's going to be episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way I found that out was because I don't know why I Googled. I Googled to see whether or not we were going to get an episode this week, because we got the 2 last week. And then it said what episode 3 and episode 4 were going to be.
Are we getting an episode this week?
Yeah, we're going to get episode 3 this week.
What's episode 3?
Episode 3 is a heavenly acting challenge.
Yeah.
The queens must create infomercials for a queer afterlife. Fast forward the first 2 episodes, because I want to get to the lip sync. So Ariana Grande is the judge.
Yeah, I guess. Go on.
She's okay. Like, I don't mind her actually, but they could have probably chosen a better song to lip sync to. This was kind of a let's take a couple of Valium and listen to some music song.
Especially with the amount of music Ari has.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, oh, when it started. Like, she has some good upbeat songs that they could have chose, but they didn't.
So it didn't make it an overly fantastic. I mean, it was still good, and her lip sync's good, but it didn't make it overly exciting. At the same time, as there wasn't a lot of theatrics in it, which was good.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like that, but I also
like when they don't rely on the splits and the flips and the
when the song
and taking the clothes off and
it.
show the boy body.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of do that in my shows, but
but that's okay. But that's okay.
But because that you do that in your shows, right? So like, it just doesn't make sense for them to do it because it's
just because.
I feel
like there needs to be a rule of no splits or no flips, because it kind of, if you can do a split and someone else can't, it's like to me it's a disadvantage, especially in a competition. It should be like you can't do this, and RuPaul's still acting shocked when someone does a split, and it's like,
yeah, I know.
It's like, really?
Yeah, and they're all like, yeah, I'm doing all of this, and you're like, I just watched it. Like,
it's like the first
last
time
4
seen
episodes,
a split, and they're like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah,
Never seen that before.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then-
There's only so many ways you can do the splits. I mean, Kennedy Davenport doing it off the stage was one thing.
The one that killed me the most was Kylie Sinek in the yellow thing where she did the backflip into the split, and
Yeah.
that I was like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
it's-
they could have chosen a better song. But having said that, because they've got the MTV money and they're on the MTV, so obviously licensing is probably not a problem for them anymore. At least the songs are getting better, more consistently better, instead of, average song track 3, average album.
Yeah.
Where obscure song where you're like,
Like when in the one with the lip sync challenge where they had to do Beyonce and it was like video phone, like it not even a single of Beyonce.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was a single, but it wasn't really like a massive like do single ladies. Why video phone?
Right.
Odd choices.
Yeah, but now that they're with MTV, they'll have the licensing, so it could be very, very different. But I didn't agree with the Ariana Grande thing. But then, you know what? Having said that, now I'm going back into the episodes again. Having said that, Ariana Grande's entrance,
yeah, I like that.
I have
was
an issue
good.
with this entrance.
Yeah,
One team gets Ari, and that's great.
Yeah, I know.
and the
then
other
when I
team
saw-
gets Vivacious.
And then when I saw the legs walking in for the second group, I'm like, oh my god, Ari came back. This is amazing. And then when I saw the body shape, I was like,
No, it's not Ari. Too tall.
when you're watching the episode back and you're the one that ended up with Vivacious, you'd be sitting there going, "What?"
oh, if I was in that first group, I would have been like, guess who we got? We got Ari. Like, I would have rubbed that in so much.
But yeah, and then the other was like, "Oh, we got Vivacious," like, or Naisha, and it'd be like, "Yeah, our episode was the best."
I
Our
do
one
wish
was the
the
best.
celebrity guest always went into the workroom at the start of the episode. Like, hey, I thought it was really nice how Ari just kind of hung out with them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it would excite the other queens more to be like, oh my god, this person's here. Then
Well,
they
they did it with Gaga and they did it with Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, that Miley one would have sent me. I would have checked out.
We lost Irene Dubois.
Thank God.
Yeah, not a fan.
No. Her talent was one of the funniest things. Like, she made a glass, like, that's a great...
How was that funny?
No,
it was the water for a talent. How's that
yeah. That was funny. But what the issue that I had, and this is, I don't write notes, but this is one of the notes I actually wrote, was the fucking 40-inch wig thing. She just would not get off it.
Get over it.
And that could have been season long if she had stayed on.
No, if a queen walked in and said this is 40 inches, I would have been like, no, it's not. Don't lie. I would have done the same.
And it would have been a part of the production to be like, hey, go ask her, go measure you.
I don't think so. She had that kind of look like, you know what, that's not 40.
Yeah.
I wish she had stayed. From the promo, I loved Irene, and I followed her for a few years. Maybe.
Oh, really?
I don't think Amethyst should have been in the bottom. Like, honestly, I think Amethyst should have been in the bottom because she didn't wear heels on the runway. But I thought it was quite funny. Like,
I think
here's the thing. She wore flats, but so did the one that did the black pink dance. She wore boots that were flat. Why did she not get in trouble?
Because they
what
weren't
I don't
ugly joggers.
But what I don't understand is that was part of the costume. It was part of the character.
Yeah, if she had worn heels, it would have ruined it.
Yeah, it's like telling Kathy Freeman that she has to wear heels if she's starting at the starting track. You know what I mean? Like, she's starting at the gate.
The character was like...
The character was a bozo, who was drinking wine and having a ciggy. You don't drink wine and have a ciggy in your high heels unless it's a Friday afternoon and a bad week at the office.
Don't match that.
Right? So I think...
I don't think she deserved to be in the bottom.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I didn't
100%.
like Sasha Colby's dance. I thought it was boring, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I'm so moved." I'm like, I don't,
because that's the reputation.
Yeah, I know.
That's the reputation that they're in awe of.
I get it, but
But it could very well be just one of those things where it may not. But next week you could change your mind.
Look, I watched Alyssa Edwards' reality show, and I saw better dancing on there. So With those little
That's a good
8-year-olds.
reality show.
That's a great reality show. Give me
They should have
Dance
done a
Moms
season.
all day.
They should have done a season 2 because I wanted to find out what happened to some of those kids. Oh, can we please go to Aura Mayari, the self-proclaimed trade of the season?
Trade. What's
that pissed me off.
Right?
So
So she thought she thinks she's hot. She's the one who brings a little bit of the butch element to the
She did the Blackpink dance with the buns that were uneven.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But, like,
I
it's
have
not
written
looking
down dance routine. I kind of liked her.
The Filipino one.
Yeah, I kind of liked her. She was funny in her little confessionals. I thought, yeah.
I thought she was annoying.
Yep. And I'm not a fan of Lux Noir London.
No.
I like her, but I don't get the hype yet.
No, I don't get it. And I think she almost comes off as conceited. Like there was just too much.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. And
that
white jumpsuit that she wore as the walk-in look. Oh, it was great.
That was brave. Wearing white as a drag queen, brave.
I know.
Just for wearing white.
Yeah, I mean, considering the amount of like what makeup or God knows what else could end up on that thing, and that thing was pristine.
Yeah,
it was almost like
expensive fabric. Like,
yeah, it was almost like she put it on 30 seconds before she walked on, just in case some makeup went a little bit astray.
I would have walked to the middle of the workroom and then put it on for the camera, then taken it off. We're done.
We've done a Kim Kardashian at the Met.
You can see Ego doing her version of, is that my camera? Is that my camera? I better put the jumpsuit on.
Especially with this black paint, I don't want that touching anything.
I know, right?
I feel like Ego's titties are looking at me.
Because they are.
There's matching underwear with an iron, but
This is how bad a lesbian I am. At no point have I looked down at your chest. I'm looking you in the eye.
It's staring at you. Like, take a peek.
And I'm sure with the other queens, we're going to, get to know them just in time for them to leave. And obviously they were the only real standouts, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent.
I kind of liked what's her name? I can't say it. Selena Estetes. She's a chunkier one.
What did she do? Oh, the boxing. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like that. And I liked her. She was like super like extrovert in like as soon as she came in, but then Sugar and Spice came in and she toned it right back down. I thought she was going to be a little Silky Nutmeg Ganache where it was like a lot.
Oh, she gave me Vanjie vibes.
Yeah, you see that.
With the way that she was talking really loud and everything, she was giving me Vanjie vibes. But you're right, she did settle down a little bit. Not too much though, but she did settle down.
The twins is going to go home like really early.
Really,
like do that whole drama of, oh my god, my twins.
Yeah, my twins are here.
Yeah, they'll have to do that because that will make for compelling TV to see how the other one handles it without.
Then the producers will step in and tell the remaining twin to have a breakdown and be like, I just miss my, and do a whole. I feel like it's going to be a whole I miss my twin thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But none of them will make it to the top 4.
No. Like their talent thing was good.
Spice's was better than Sugar's. The whole costume, that was good.
Yeah. But when it comes to when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I don't know whether or not they're going to be all in for that. I think it might be one of those black pepper things. Not black pepper. Yeah, no, black pepper. Where it was like every time there was an acting thing, she just wasn't there, and I don't think that they're going to be there for it.
I feel like they're good queens. I just feel like they were cast to bring in more hype for season 15.
Like they have a ridiculous amount of TikTok followers.
And the fact they're twins would have sold as well.
Yeah. Like it's an interesting story. I see why they did it.
I'm interested to know if producers reached out to them to do the twin package but not compete, or if they auditioned as twins. I would like to know how that happened.
Yeah.
So they
And I feel like
have
because they moved to MTV, they were like, we need to do something big and like drama. So, oh, the twins that are trending suddenly.
I think they're going to
Yeah.
amp up the shade a lot more in this season.
Season
Sunshine
Queen's going for it.
MTV know how to amp up their shade. I watch a lot of Jersey Shore and
I need
Florida
a
Shore.
Jersey Shore fight in Untucked.
I'm from Chicago. I've had it, literally.
But I'm not invested yet, but I'm not overly invested yet. I think
There's just too many to remember. That's
exactly. They kind of went a little bit full throttle on this one.
I think there might be doubles. Do you reckon there might be double eliminations?
Has
Maybe.
to be. Because after last season, no one going home for like, what was it, 4 episodes in a row, no one went home?
Yeah, it felt like forever.
Oh.
I think
there should have been 8 queens and 8 queens. This whole, because when they did half the cast, I'm like, oh good, this episode will be this, then the next episode. Then when they all
it would have been good if they had have done a Survivor thing where like they were competing separately, and then people were getting eliminated. Yeah, and people getting eliminated, and then bring them in about 4 or 5 episodes in. So they've got no idea of what's been happening with the other ones. I think that is something that should be happening. I think that would be extraordinary.
I talked with a friend a while ago, having 2 separate that don't even know, and then like the top 4, like they think they're the top 2 of the season, but then top 4, like but do it on live TV where they still don't know. Oh, cool.
I know, right?
Evil production team.
People would love that. They love the evil crap.
I know, that's why I watch reality. I don't want to see the happiness. Like they have to produce drama because not everyone's lives are just so drama filled.
I know, right? Season 15 is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be really good or whether or not it's going to be it's season 15 type thing. I know I'm just circling back on something. I wanted them to stay separated, and I wanted them to get themselves into a false sense of security of, oh yeah, we're in the top 4, and then RuPaul goes, surprise, yeah. So get like 4 or 5 weeks into it, and them thinking everything's all great, and not even giving anything that could be a clue. And then just bringing them in and then just letting them claw each other's eyes. It would have been great.
But the thing is, if they do that, I need a full unedited, like I need to see the entire drop, not like bits and pieces of them meeting. I need the full walking into the building. I need like the full 24-hour feed.
Well, that's why I want like the full thing of Snatch Game. Like I want to see everyone's answers to everything.
Yeah.
I wish they at least posted it on YouTube as like a special, or even like on Well Presents as like a bonus thing.
We're on season 2 of our podcast. And I know, right? Even if people don't want to watch this, we're still going to pump them out or whatever. So what we're going to do is, obviously, we would love to have you on again.
Absolutely.
You can clearly see that we just talk shit, and then all of a sudden an episode comes out.
Yeah.
Like
I said, this is our phone conversations, but recorded
on video. Yeah. This is pretty much how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we also want to do, so what we were doing, and you would have seen it, was we were giving each other movies and reviewing. So this season, what we're actually going to do is, if anybody is watching and cares to comment and cares to put one in, throw us a movie, and we both have to watch it, and we both have to do a review of it. And if we don't get anything for the week, we're just going to randomly pick a movie, and the 2 of us are going to watch it.
So, ego off the cuff, do you have a movie that you can suggest for us to watch?
Certain genre you guys like?
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Ooh.
She made me watch Sharknado.
Oh, that's brave. I'm not sure. Probably just Saw or Scream.
Okay. All right. I'll watch Saw. Yeah, I'll do it.
Any one of them. There's like 8, not 10. There's
Yep.
a lot of
Well, I've seen the first one, so can we watch a different one?
number
Um,
4. No, number
does it-
3. I think is quite good.
Number
Does
3?
it matter
Okay.
if I haven't seen them? Is it a
No.
continuing story?
No, it is.
Loosely, it's
it
like
is
a loose character that kind of travels throughout, but it's not an
Okay.
actual like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next week's episode is Saw 3.
Saw 3. Yeah. I like starting from a weird number. I'm happy with 3.
Okay.
Now I need
And
to watch
also-
next week to see this review.
She made me watch 50 Shades of Grey, and I ended up watching all 3 of them.
Is there 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got invested.
There's 3 books. 3 books.
Is
3
there?
movies. Yeah.
There's 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of bullshit, and 50 Shades of whatever. Like, I couldn't tell you what
it's
they
50
are.
Shades
Darker, deeper.
50 Shades Dark, 50 Shades Darker.
When did this happen?
50 Shades Greed? I don't know.
Yeah, I ended
ages
up
ago.
watching all 3 instead of just the one. I got invested in it.
So have you read them or seen them at all, Ego?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
okay.
they're very
Don't
hetero,
worry.
and
It's
so
very
they're very
hetero.
funny.
Yeah.
But
But I
it's
didn't realize there was 3. I knew about the book and the movie because everyone was talking about it, but 3 of them.
Yeah, there's
3 of them.
Oh,
3 of them.
too much work.
By the last
Yeah.
one, I was like, "Oh, gee, they're gonna live happily ever after. That's great. It's great."
I don't want to see heteros doing it. It's gross.
No, I don't want to see heteros doing it. But also, we have 2 new segments. One of them is Cass's Conspiracy Corner.
Oh yeah.
Where
Cass's Conspiracy Corner. Something
Corner.
like that. Something.
Yeah.
We're working it out.
Yeah. And the other one is a segment of Haley's, which is going to be. Now, I've been able to say this really well.
And I can't.
And you
It's gonna
can't.
go wrong now.
And now it's going to go wrong right now. It's what she done be doing.
What she done be doing?
So what it is we're going to choose a random season of RuPaul's Drag Race, right? And we're going to find a queen that we haven't heard of for a while. And Haley is going to be doing a deep dive investigation into A, whether or not they're still doing drag, B, what it is that they've been doing since RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've done a few because I've rewatched all the seasons and I'm like, where is that person? And then so I've done a few little ones ready to go. But yeah.
So what she done be doing.
What she done be doing?
I'm not even going to attempt that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it took me a while to get she already had herses, but you know.
She already done had herses. Yeah.
Well, there's a shorter version too that they say.
She already done had herses.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what she done be doing and Cass's Conspiracy Corner.
I love a conspiracy. Oh.
Now, this could be stuff that I could look up on the interweb or stuff that I could just possibly make up.
That's quite scary if you're just going to make up crap.
But that's how conspiracy.
But imagine
That's how
if you start a full like investigation and you get like a documentary about this conspiracy.
We're gonna have like the FBI show up to our doorstep.
I think that should be
I
your
know.
goal for this season. Get the FBI to show up from one of these
I
conspiracies.
know. And also what we are doing now is, so you would have known that we were doing the local drag shows in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
We are now adding Melbourne.
Yes.
I mean, it's only fair.
So
It is only fair, considering that
any events.
all of our guests except one have been from Melbourne. And so
Keep
I'll
it
just
like
get this
that,
out of
please.
I'll just get this out of the way. So the local drag shows for Sydney, the Babs tour at Arc in Sydney on the 20th of January, 7 to 10 p.m. with Spanky Jackson, my girl. Hanaconda, who I love that Courtney and Vanity refer to Hanaconda as little hands. It cracks me up every time I hear it. So Hanaconda and Queen Kong. Then we have a special person to our podcast family, the Fabulous Wonder Mama, doing and during, especially with World Pride, has actually hooked up with some sponsorship and stuff. It's great. Drink and draw with the drag queen at We Maker Roads Waterside on the 24th of February with obviously the Fabulous Wonder Mama.
Ooh.
Then at the Evan Theatre Penrith on the 3rd of February from 8 to 10, we have a Kath and Kim drag bingo.
Oh, I want to go.
Bingo.
Love Kath and Kim.
Now, here's one because while we were off during Christmas, my wife and I went to the opera at Cockatoo Island on Sydney Harbour to see Carmen. So I loved opera. Now I really love it. And during World Pride, they're actually having drag queens do opera up late at the Sydney Opera House on the 18th of February from 11 to 11:59, but I think it might be a little bit past that, but they're just so they can keep it all in the one day. So I'm actually quite interested in that. Then we have the Fatty and Skinny show every Friday, Gingers at the Oxford with Maxie Shield and Jackie St. Hyde at 9 p.m. Every Saturday, Gingers at the Oxford, Maxie Shield, Jackie St. Hyde, and Coco Jumbo, 9 p.m. for Triple D. And for Melbourne, I've only picked up 2, so I'll get more. I know I will. So we've got the Babs tour at Chasers in Melbourne on the 27th of January, 7 to 10, with obviously Spanky, Hanaconda, and Queen Kong. And a friend to our podcast, and also another lovely drag queen who we really do have to get on. We're very remiss in this. Drag Trivia 90s edition, Teddy Pickers at Werribee on the 20th of January, 7 p.m. with Ivana Kebab and Tyranny. Tickets are through the website. We just want to thank our very lovely guest who we are going to have on anytime you want. I don't care if it's 4, 5, 6 fucking weeks in a row. I don't care.
We don't care.
Like we're more than happy to have you on. We love
I'm more than happy to do it.
We want to remind everybody on YouTube to hit like and subscribe. I can officially tell you now we have 26.
Oh.
So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget that if you don't want to watch our ugly mugs, well, mine and Haley's ugly mugs, Ego's beautiful. Yeah. You can actually listen to us on anywhere where you find your streaming services. Any other drag artists who would like to come onto the podcast, don't forget that we are on the Insta at DragMeOutOfficial. Just slide into our DMs, which I now know is, what is it again? Direct message, discreet. I thought it was discreet message is direct message, right? So shut up.
You're so old.
So, don't forget to send us a message if you want to jump on. We just literally just talk shit for 2 hours and it gets edited down. And we just want you and we want the world to know who you are. But thank you. And we will see you all again next week. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Thank you, Ego.
Thank you,
Yeah.